Yo, what's going on YouTube? It is your boy GZTV. We're here late night after all the NBA games have concluded. I'm super nervous about my fantasy matchup, by the way, because my goodness, this is going to be intense coming down the stretch. But one thing's for sure, DeRozan and AD did a decent amount for my team tonight. I don't know, you guys probably don't care about that. Let's get into the three close games in the night, starting with the Timberwolves and the Nets. I don't know how this was a close game per se, but Karl Anthony Towns scores 27 points. Anthony Edwards gets 24. The Timberwolves hang on for a 2-point win over the Nets. Obviously, their good players showed out. But yeah, great scoring for Cat and Anthony Edwards. Such a good duo in the NBA. This is the best team in the Western Conference now. I mean, they're kind of teetering. They're kind of going back and forth with the Thunder. But they hold on and win. Nice passing from Cat. Mikal Bridges was hitting shots all game. Cam Thomas was getting some tough shots to go. Um, Karl Anthony Towns was just all game, facilitating and scoring. I feel like that's kind of an underrated part about his game. Spencer Dinwiddie was hitting some tough ones. But looking at the Timberwolves, I mean, obviously Gobert 10 and 13. He's going to be that traditional big man, go in there and have a consistent game. Karl Anthony Towns 27 and 10 shooting. I think he shot 67% from three and 80% overall. He played amazing. You get a 24-point game from Anthony Edwards. Looking at the Nets, 21 for Mikal Bridges, 16 and 11 for Nick Claxton, uh, shooting 80%. Those two played really well. 25 for Cam Thomas off the bench. Not a great game from Cam Johnson. I really think they could have looked for a little more in him. Even a couple more buckets would have obviously won them this game. I don't know. Cam Johnson was not playing great. But moving on into the Kings and Warriors. This is, I mean, I'm not going to talk about this game last, but this is the game of the night. This was the Battle of the Bay. It did not disappoint. It was an absolutely fantastic game. But the Kings prevailed. This was a super wild finish. Obviously, they're super dramatic games between these two teams. Obviously, Steph losing the ball in the final seconds. I'm not going to blame that on Steph, though. What the hell was Steve Kerr doing not calling a timeout? I think that was ridiculous. Obviously, Steph just maneuvering past defenders, driving to the rim, drawing contact, and then giving it off to teammates. Steph was making plays all game, and at first I didn't even have him on my All-Star team, funny enough, but he's going to make it now, especially after that game. I don't know why I changed my mind because of this one game, but yeah, De'Aaron Fox was a crowd silencer tonight. He was hitting three-pointer after three-pointer. Harrison Barnes, huge shots. He played phenomenal. Oh my God, Harrison Barnes put up 39 points. You get 18 and 13 from Domantas Sabonis, made both of his threes. You get 29 out of De'Aaron Fox. You get 12 and 10 out of Kevin Huerter. I mean, these guys were playing amazing. There was guys that were stepping up, and it was great. Obviously, for the Warriors, 33 for Steph Curry, shooting 50%. 31 for Kuminga off the bench, shooting 50% from three. Insane. I mean, Kuminga's a really, really good player. And I think he should play, or I don't know, Kevon Looney, dude. I'm telling you, Kevon Looney is terrible. I do not like Kevon Looney on this team at all. There's so many guys. They have Draymond Green and Jonathan Kuminga off the bench. Why doesn't one of those guys start? It just doesn't make sense. I know Draymond Green's trying to ease in back from his suspension, but he should definitely start over Kevon Looney. I don't know what the hell's happening there. It's a super confusing thing, but a really good game. Moving on to the last game I want to talk about for the night was the Bulls and Lakers. I'm kind of mad I locked in Anthony Davis because I forgot that Tyrese Halliburton might be coming back. But I don't know. LeBron James and D'Angelo Russell lead the Lakers. Impressive shooting and a 9-point win over the Bulls. This was probably one of the bigger games for the Lakers in a minute. Uh, you know, LeBron James, great scoring, great passing this game. He was named to his record 20th NBA All-Star team. Obviously, they did the starters tonight. I forgot to kind of mention that. But yeah, huge stuff. I would assume who was hitting shots this game. AD dunked on DeRozan. That was kind of wild. Just LeBron James just playing tough. Just showing youth in his game. Austin Reeves was throwing it down. Yeah, D'Lo, man, he just doesn't want to be traded. He's obviously being thrown on the trade block, and he's been emotional on the bench a couple of times. Shout out to my boy DeRozan, though. 32 and 10, made his only three of the game. You get 20 from Vooch, shooting 67% from three, 75% overall. And yeah, the Bulls lost, but they play better without LaVine. 25 for Kobe White. He's been playing amazing this season, shooting 30% from three in this one. I will say Patrick Williams didn't really offer this team much. I don't know. It's really weird. Patrick Williams didn't play great. I mean, he didn't play bad or anything. It's just he could have done a little more offensively for this team. But Anthony Davis, 22 and 11. LeBron put up 25 and 12. He shot 75% from three. 29 points for D'Lo. 20 points for Austin Reeves while shooting 67% from three. I mean, how can you beat a team that has four people putting up 20? And I don't think that's the Bulls being bad or anything. I think this is genuinely just a really good performance from the Lakers and one of the better games they've had in a super long time. So, yeah, tomorrow's games, in terms of games I will watch, I will probably... Man, Suns and Pacers, I don't think that's going to be on local, is it? Suns and Pacers will be good. Cavs Bucks are playing again. You get the Thunder and the Pelicans. Those should be some really good games for tomorrow. PG has got to kill somebody out there on the court. Like that's all that has to happen. Paul George just has to kill somebody on the court. But yeah, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. All that stuff has been your boy Jeezy TV. Tomorrow's a pretty simple content day. Like around 11ish, I'm gonna give you guys a Soprano review. And then later that night, we will do recaps of any of the close games. Throughout the weekend, I'm trying to think. I think I'm going to do an all-star team, like my all-stars video, since they just announced the team. So we're going to do that on the channel, as well as some more Soprano stuff. We're going to be talking about that show all weekend. Sunday, there's a couple of candidates. I'm either going to do a 2K gameplay, or I'm going to be doing a movie review, or we